Hello everyone, it is Christine here and I'm back with a new Bullion variation which was suggested by the lovely Nancy in my comments, and she suggested that we try out the Bullion tendril, which she had seen Ariana Zersha doing. So it's basically a bullion but where you put a lot more knots on, or loops on, sorry, than the actual length of the distance that you're covering with your bullion knot. So we do like we would normally do with a bullion knot and work out what distance we want it to go, but then we're going to put more knots on than would be required to cover that distance. So I'm going to do mine next to my little sunflower here. I'm using my extra long needle and we're just going to start doing loops 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Let's not get tied around our actual thread. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. I reckon we'll give it a go with 37 and see what it looks like. So we're still going to slide. It's going to be that little bit trickier. So I hope you're all having a great day or a great evening. I'm using my Razzle Dazzle thread from Sue Spargo, which I've actually just been using to stitch Linda's Stitchery Swap Square. In a different colour though, not green. But I love using it, it's so lustrous. Okay, so we've taken our needle through now. What Ariana Zersha says is as you're pulling it sort of down and positioning it to shape it so it gets a little sort of narrower at the end, almost like a tendril or a tentacle. In fact, I'd misremembered the comment and I was looking up bullion tentacle, but then I went back to the comments and realised it was bullion tendril. So once you're happy with how it's sitting, we then anchor it as we always do through the place where the thread is. And then we get that really interesting little tendril textural element where it will actually sit out from your piece, which is a great textural element. So we'll just stitch that off at the back so that it stays in place and stays tight. Catch a knot at the back there. The only problem with this thread is it's so slippy. I find I need to usually do two little knots. Sorry, the table's creaking tonight, not sure why. So there we go, that's one tendril. So we can give another one a go, I reckon, maybe we'll do one around here. Again, I've forgotten how many stitches I did. It was over 30 something, wasn't it? Probably doesn't matter. We could even try and do more and just see how it all shapes up. So we just start like with our normal and try not to again tangle ourselves around the clasp on the embroidery hoop. So I'm filming this Sunday night. I hope you're by now, when you're watching this, you will have all had a nice weekend, I think. I don't think anyone in any parts of the world will still be on their weekend. Ours has been a very relaxing weekend, which has been nice. Now I'm not even counting this time, so I'll just judge by eye. I think you've heard me through this bullion knot segment. I've done enough counting, haven't I, over the nights? It's been more the problem remembering what I've actually done on the previous round, but Seeing we're experimenting, we don't have to do the same number each time. Squeeze a couple more on and then we'll start the process of pulling, easing it down and pulling it through. It does get that little bit harder when it's all, when you've got so many on there. I think I was seeing Ariana Zersha, she was actually using a tool to pull her needle through, but you don't need that as long as you've got a needle that will let the loop slide through. You should be okay, I think. So this is the point where she just sort of said to massage them sort of and work them on the thread so they get a bit thinner at the end. So let's see if I can do that a bit more this time. Oh, we've got a nice twist in it, which is something that she seemed to be aiming for with her technique. We don't want to catch the twist though, so let's just fix that up. And there we go. We've got a little twisty. So that's a bit of fun. And it does, you could almost use it, you know, when you're wanting to do a pumpkin or something and you want those little tendril-y bits. Be perfect for that. Okay, we'll do another one over here. Did I actually properly, I don't think I actually properly tied that off at the back, did I? Before I get too carried away, I better do the right steps in the process. We don't want to lose that nice little tendril effect. I'll capture that in place. Yep, we've still got our nice, oh, we've got two little twists there. That's really sweet. Not that sunflowers really have tendrils per se coming out from them, but that's all right. It's something else in the vegetable patch. Okay, which way am I going to hold this? Come out about there. Pop up about here. One. Well, I'm not going to count, am I? I'm just going to do a lot and then get that nice tendril-y-ness. Almost be using up my piece of thread, which will be great. Obviously don't want to pull it all the way through. Okay, I think that is a pretty decent set of tendrils, I think. Oops, let's just hopefully be able to maneuver. Oops. It's definitely a bit trickier when you've got this many on there, but it's doable. Just keep wiggling. It was a set of pliers, that's what Ariana Zersha was using, but I don't think I need those. I think we'll be right. Okay, so let's do that little massaging technique that she has. Massaging her tendril to get that sort of narrowness towards the end. Oh yeah, I can kind of see what she means. So I guess maybe it's just that they're sort of a bit looser further up, and then here you're really tightening them at that point. Okay. doesn't have as much of a spin in it yet. We'll just see if we can, there we go, it's going to spin. I think I've caught it slightly with my thread, so we'll just fix that up, and then we've got our nice little twisty motif. So we'll tie that off, and then we'll have a look. So definitely, if you want to get those twisty bits, you want to be extra generous with the amount of loops that you do. I'll cut that off in a moment. I'll just leave that for now. Put my needle to the side. Oops. We don't even need it in the hoop, but anyway, there you go. So this one's not really doing the whole twisty vibe, but still nice if you want to just have that little dimensional element that you can massage and move around a bit. And then these ones are, yeah, they're lovely. I love that little bobble on the end. I'm even now thinking you could do like a monogram. If you could actually control the twisting, you could do a monogram with your bullion knots, which we've been doing for the Roxy Journal of Stitchery. But that's a whole lot of fun. So hopefully you liked that extra variation, and thank you, Nancy, for suggesting it. Hopefully you're watching, Nancy, and you can see your suggestion in action. Thanks everyone, take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. And I think we're moving on to buttonhole stitch. So I'll see you then. Bye everyone.